Now then, and welcome back to another episode. Today, we're finishing off the Storm the Citadel Singleton thing. Singleton thing. There's this whole experience the story thing going on over here in Magic the Gathering Arena. And this one is a Singleton event. Bring a deck with no more than one copy of any card other than basic lands. An alternative London Mulligan rule, which is the new rule for Magic the Gathering, will be used in this event. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And I've played through to 14 wins out of 15 with this deck. This deck on its own. I haven't played any other deck in regards to getting through to here. This deck had a few modifications in the early game. And then we won the Wanderer with the special artwork. We won lots of gold. And then we won the Smasher, Tyrant Smasher, special artwork. And we continued. The only thing I think I added in this next section here was a Ritual of Soot. A Ritual of Soot, which I've not seen in any of the matches since I added it to the deck. It is basically a Sarkhan Planeswalker deck. And there's quite a lot going for it. So I want to start today's episode showing you how this Singleton deck works, and hopefully we get a win. Nice early start here, and yeah, that's how it wins. But that's not exactly how I wanted to win the final scenario here. Oh, somebody just gave me charity win, and I win the reward. That's not how it was supposed to be. Let's try one more go. Let's try one more go. See if we can pull off the tricks. Right. Okay. So we've got black, red, and some blue. We've got both Ral and a Dual Shot. Dual Shot's a very good early game card, especially in the Singleton format. Against white weenies, maybe not so much. Let's get that. No, we'll leave that out. We'll do this, and we'll opt. We'll do a turn one opt, and we'll keep that for the mana. Okay, off we go. So now I can Blood Crypt, pay 2, and Dual Shot 2 creatures if I need to. Oh man, it's an Ajani deck, innit? Okay, let's go with that. And are we going to get 2 creatures that we can utilize with Dual Shot? That's the difference. I just need one more target, really. But a 1-1, like a lifelink bird or something, will be fine for me to Dual Shot in the next turn. Otherwise, there's not really a lot I can do against an Ajani Pridemate in full force, but this is Singleton, so it's not likely to be backed up with quite so many cards. There's probably a few more lifelink cards out there, and that would actually work nicely. So we will in and pay the 2 life, and we will Shivin Fire, because dinosaurs, because dragons, Sarkhan and friends. Sarkhan and friends dragon deck. Let's do this. Is he going to cast some spell that gains life? He sacrifices the creature, draws 2 cards. Okay. Same difference to me, but you get 2 cards out of it, that's all. And now we get the mountain that we might need, and we can get Ral, the Storm Conduit. Is there something you can do to stop me? Yes, you can counterspell. So we're playing against a counterspell Esper. Esper counterspell life gain? Well, it's the thing. Why not? Did he have a life gain? Nope. Just an epic 3/3. It cost me to attack with creatures. That's fine. We can take care of him before I need to attack with any creatures. Hopefully take care of him, as he's already taking care of some of my best targets here. Let's get Ral. Izzet Storm. Have you got another counterspell? No, you do not. Okay, good. So,
what would you risk to beat me?
Let's take a look at the top cards. Keep 1, throw 1 away. Now, his special ability is pretty good with throwing spells away. So, but I do have Davriel. So I'm going to keep Carnage because I've got Davriel. And throw the land away because I'm doing okay for mana right now. Geotide and Statue gives us 2 there. And Shadowmage will start reducing their hand size and taking some damage for them. Get rid of some control stuff. He's going to just attack me, I should think, for 3. And 1, 2. I only need one more spell in there. And he'll be able to destroy him for 3.
Nothing feels broken.
Nothing feels too broken. We can put a dead weight on him. There's a thing. That'll help. Come down to 1. And instead of Carnival Carnage being the Carnage side, maybe we do the Carnival side. It's 2 creatures, that's the problem with that. Let's Geotide. Mano Geotide. Mano Geonide. Go on, counter it. I dare you. Yeah, didn't think so. Scry 1. Let's have a look at the Scry. I don't need another land, thank you. And then let's plus him. Actually, I can -3. Oh no, I've got to plus him. There's no -3 in.
Ooh, let's see what we got.
Oh, look at this. What have we got? We've got a Tezzeret. Yes, we'll have Tezzeret. It's also part of the main deck. And then I'm guessing we're going to have to just do this. Just to finish it off. Just because. Counter that, go on. Get a counter spell out of the way. No, good. And there we go. Okay. So, next. I can still dual shot if there are a couple of creatures come out. I suppose I should have kept that target, but I wanted to roll in the next phase for -3. Fortunately, I don't really need to worry about that. So we'll keep drawing from Raal.
I want a peek. The weight is killing me.
Let's take a Lava Coil. That seems good. And Godfarer Statue or Tezzeret. I think if Godfarer Statue to start with, then Tezzeret will come down. And he will be more powerful when I can draw 2 cards, 3 cards a turn, 4 cards a turn, technically, from a Singleton. And they'll have to start playing cards fast, and then I'll bring the Shadowmage down when they've actually started playing their hand a little bit, which we've got a couple of removal spells for. Nice enough. And now Tezzeret comes down. Boom. And now Tezzeret is technically a good win con as well, because of his final emblem.
Do you really think you can keep up with me? It is the ideal subordinate.
And then look at 2 cards.
Ooh, let's see what we got.
Let's have a Spell Pierce in my hand. Well, it's kind of what was supposed to happen. It's kind of what's supposed to happen. Once you've got control of the game, you're going to be able to destroy stuff. You got lots of draw power. And then, of course, Sarkhan comes in and starts creating dragons, and also turns all my planeswalkers into dragons and goes flying off into their face. So we've done that now. So from a deck's point of view, I've made a deck from this, and that's what I want to do this episode. So we'll have a look at this. Let's go with this format. So because it's Singleton, there's a lot to take in on board of this, right? A lot to take in. But the end result is we've got 2 Tezzerets. We've got a Tezzeret Master of the Bridge, and we've got Tezzeret Artifice Master. And I actually think that Artifice Master is still my favourite of the 2 because of his endgame emblem, right? So if I can just create a Thopter, chump block, create Thopter, chump block, create Thopter, chump block for a few turns, and then do his -9, I can basically bring out any permanent card, which of all the other Planeswalkers, from my library at each end step, which is just a crazy combo. Not only do I draw an extra card out of my library, I play it for free out of my library as well, which is a masterful stroke, and soon gets people to sack themselves, or I bring Sarkhan out and then I start flying at them with all the Planeswalkers, or I bring all the other Planeswalkers out, or whatever. I think the only thing I don't have in this deck is some way of putting everything back into my library so that I then have ultimately loads and loads and loads of options. So we've got just a few Planeswalkers that create token blockers as well. Yeah, even though they're not very good on their own, they don't have any proliferating. They do have good abilities. Creatures have menace, that's nice, and it makes creature. Opponents cost 2 extra to cast spells on creatures and planeswalkers I control, which works nicely. Ritual of Soot, I haven't actually used Ritual of Soot yet, so I'm gonna take it back out and take me back down to 60 cards. Godfair statue, another art. We're going with the Artifice thing. So Tezzeret has affinity for artifacts, and when I've got 3 artifacts, I draw 2 cards instead of 1. So the more artifacts I've got out, the better. Some artifacts are there just to help my mana, and then Saheeli helps me get loads of chump blockers and artifacts out for those abilities as well, which is quite nice. And then we've just got a good range of controlling spells: Opt, Spell Pierce, Deadweight, Duress, Dual Shot, Shaven Fire, Shock, Blink of an Eye, Essence Scatter, Negate, Quench, Radical Idea, Elder Scroll, Jaya's Greeting, Lava Coil, Lightning Strike, Angrath's Rampage, and then some more mana fixing. We've got Invade the City, which I did a copy of Invade the City, and it was pretty cool. Ionize control, Bedevil control, and then some set my mana up. So it's basically a Planeswalker control deck, which any of these Planeswalkers really are useful, but the winners are Tezzeret and Sarkhan. Tezzeret and Sarkhan are the 2 winning cards, the game-changing winning cards. Other things can win, but not required. I can win with tokens and the like, yeah, not required. So anyway, I wanted to set up another deck. We will save changes and exit. I was thinking of another deck, a Sarkhan Dragon deck. Under similar circumstances, the Dragonfire deck. So I've been working on this, and this has a few things that I think work quite nicely, and tie into last episode, the Teferi's Time Twist. Bringing a creature back onto, or permanent back onto the battlefield. After it's been a target of something or whatever, right? Now, we are working along the lines of Sarkhan and his friend, Izzet Sarkhan, and Niv Mizzet. I've just picked up another Niv Mizzet in a pack opening. But dragon, right? Bear in mind, a dragon. Queen dragon, whenever a non-token dragon enters the battlefield under your control, create a 5/5 dragon, right? Sarkhan's passive ability, whenever a creature attacks you or a planeswalker you control, each dragon you control deals 1 damage to that creature. And that can get pretty immense. He creates a dragon, and I'm playing dragons all around him, so why not? I've also got Nico Bolas, who is dragon, and can turn into an amazing planeswalker, so why not? Yeah. Demanding Dragons deals 5 damage to target opponent unless he sacrifices a creature. Very good. Izzet Viceroy? It's more a draw card and occasionally deal damage. It's not particularly useful, and I would swap him out for a dragon if I could. Spark Double, so that I can duplicate just about anything that's really, really top notch, and it doesn't come in as a token copy. So in this case, non-token dragon enters the battlefield. It's not a token, and therefore you can copy a dragon, and it's not a token copy of a dragon. Or you can copy a dragon, and it's not a token copy, and it's not legendary. So you get 2 Nicol Bolases for the price of 1. I can also copy the Planeswalker, so then I can create token dragons if I want as well. All my dragons gain haste. That was another thing. It's okay. Just put it in as a filler. I might put a second Niv Mizzet in, actually. In fact, I'm going to do that now. Put in a second Niv Mizzet, because I picked one up out of a pack just a bit ago. There we go. So we've got 2 more, another dragon in the deck. Then we got some burn stuff. So Shivan Flame, Spit Flame, and Lava Coil are all very good early game kill stuff. And this is whenever a dragon enters the battlefield, pay 1 red and get it from the graveyard back to hand. So it's 4 damage for 3 mana, and I can return it to my hand when I play a dragon. Or whenever a dragon enters the battlefield, which there's a lot of dragon enter the battlefield triggers. 5 mana for 4 damage, or just an early game 2 damage if it's not kicked. Not bad. Dragon Riders, early game blockers and attackers, which become better when I get dragons. The Time Twist spell for bouncing dragons to enter the battlefield triggers, and also to protect planeswalkers. You imagine Sarkhan gets the target, I create a 4/4 red dragon creature token with him, and then bounce him, and then create another 4/4, or turn him into a 4/4, one or the other. So he ends up getting a 4/4 dragon token, and he goes up one. That's another thing you can bounce. Spark double I can bounce to create different targets, depending on when. So I could spark double the Planeswalker, and then transform the Planeswalker, and spark double a copy of the Planeswalker and lose the dragon. There's all sorts of options. And the Dragon's Hoard is just nice for more card draw. Now, I haven't really practiced along with this, right? Viceroy is the only card that I think I would change and maybe add in something else like another Sarkhan. But until I do, I thought I would come and play along. Let's save and exit, and let's see how it goes in a standard best of one play, right? We are ready. Gilly Baggins. Okay, Gilly Baggins, let's see what you've got. So, we've got all our mana, we've got a couple of removal early game, and we've got the Sarkhan Teferi Time Twist combo. So, I feel like that's a decent start, so long as I can get some more mana, but 3 mana in your starting hand, 2 removal spells, pretty epic for a starting hand, really. So, great, no problem. Mana seems to be fine. I did try and choose the lands that don't enter tapped. So this only enters tapped if I don't control. So I normally will control and then put one down untapped. And the other one is the shock lands, which if I really want them to enter untapped, I can pay 2 life. And my opponent's going to be a slow play. Slow play opponent. Please, slow play. Why don't you? There we go. Keep that. Right, so Sarkhan's going to be almost the last thing. And now I've got 2 things. So let us play the mountain so that we've got Shivan Fire online. Yep, what you got? Turn 2, what? Turn 2, 2/2. No, okay. Lanois Elf. And another Lanois Elf. Okay. We're going to get rid of one of the Lanois Elves. Because I don't like them. Too much mana for you. Don't like it. And then, boom. And then we'll have a Dragon Rider. Slow it down a little bit more. He oopsed me. Why did he oops me on a Lanois? Now he's got 3 mana. Luminous bonds him. Oh yes, waste all your time, why don't you? I think I will play this. And I will Fairy Time Twist. That. Bounce it. Luminous bonds can go bye-bye. And then, oh, bring him back in. And he's a 3/3. Yay. Yep, it is nice, thank you. Come on then. What you got? Next turn, Lava Coil, whatever you play, for 3 mana. You play nothing. You've got nothing. Okay, let's bring that in. And let's attack. I'm guessing that there's going to be something he's got that could, in theory, kill an attacker. No, he's chump blocking. He's chump blocking with a mana source. And Titanic Growthing. Okay. So now we... Do I bother? Or do I just... Oh, do I bother keeping him alive? Or do I just destroy the Lanois with a Lava Coil after? I think I just destroy the Lanois with a Lava Coil afterwards. Because why not? Yeah, I'm getting rid of his mana supply. He chose to block. He's used a spell up. I've used a spell up with traded creatures. That's fine. I'm 1 mana away from Sarkhan. Yeah, you can do that. That's fine. 1 mana away from Sarkhan, which means that I should be able to do the Teferi Twist on Sarkhan. He still hasn't gained any mana, so we're still kicking butt in this respect.
Who are you to call me?
Let's get...
Behold!
Yeah, there we go. And now we've got potentially 8 attacking. Oh, he's got a plummet. He did a plummet thing. Okay, well, we'll turn him into a flyer.
I will call the dragons.
And then we'll attack. Boom. Yeah, and then at the end of turn, I will... I'm just going to do that again. See if I can get 2 dragons out of him. Because he's such on the back foot right now. I would probably normally prefer to have changed that right now. Because I'd probably have a lot more heat on the battlefield trying to stop me do stuff. Whereas I can still fly over that. In fact, I can kick a Shivan Fire and then fly over that anyway. But no, I'm going to fly over that.
Look to the skies.
And attack it. Smack him for 4 more. Yeah, and then I don't need to kill the defender that I'm flying over the top of right now, so I'll leave him alone. That one, on the other hand, I may do something about. Yeah. Should we do it at the end of the turn? Yeah, let's do it at the end of the turn. Kick it, do it, blow it up. Yeah, we're waiting with the lava coil in hand for the Novice Knight. Okay, so Novice Knight is going to be well and truly stuffed with 2 mana in case they do get an enchantment or equipment. Then that could quite easily blow me out of the water with the Novice Knight. So we'll make a dragon. And if they don't,
has arrived.
If they don't connect up the Novice Knight, we've got the Teferi Time Twist on Sarkhan to bring him back in next. And I've never tried getting Sarkhan into the position where he is a creature and then equipping Helm of the Host, because it isn't legendary, technically. Right? So here's something... I really wanted to do that Teferi Time Twist at the end, didn't I? Let's see if this will work. Okay, so we'll turn him into a Planeswalker.
Are you ready?
We'll equip to there. Yeah. And then we will create a copy of Sarkhan.
Do your worst.
We'll create a copy of Sarkhan. And then we will attack. All in with those. And I've still got a lava coil and a time twist spare at the end. And now I can get another dragon with flying.
Come to me.
For if anything does attack. Oh, it falls off. The Helm of the Host falls off. But I've got 2 Sarkhans now. Okay, yeah, you can have that. Yeah. You can have some of that. Yeah, it's okay. At least you've got a what do we call it? A blocker and some damage. Right? There's nothing he's going to do about this now, is there? He's used all his mana up. I mean, okay, so what have we got here? This is the token copy of. That is the real one. We can +1/+1 each of them. +1 that one.
I will call the dragons.
We will +1 that one.
Are you ready?
We will connect him to that. And then we will wait. We'll do the lava coil on him. Make sure that one's gone. And we'll make a copy, and then we'll all attack.
No sword can pierce my scales.
Now we've got 3 Sarkhans. Triple Sarkhan action for the following turn, if that was the problem. And the Teferi Time Twist is available for the one that's there as well, in case it was running low on things. Wow. Okay, well that worked a little bit better than I thought it was, to be fair. So you only really saw the Dragonfire deck from the point of view of Sarkhan and his helm. I mean, that was just one bomb and another interacting. Can you imagine what it would be like with Nicol Bolas and the helm interacting? Just loads and loads of drawing cards, 10 damage to any target creature with a -3 anytime you want. Put a creature or planeswalker card from your graveyard onto the battlefield under your control anytime I want as well, and more dragons. Bring in Niv Mizzet. I actually did a Niv Mizzet in Helm. Niv Mizzet Helm was pretty cool as well. Almost as much fun because you get multiple 5/5 flying dragon blockers that whenever they cast spells, I draw 2 cards, deal 2 damage off each Niv Mizzet as well. It's just amazing the amount of triggers you get when you get a Helm of the Host on Niv Mizzet. I think the late game stuff from 4 mana onwards is really good, and the early game stuff is okay. I mean, I've got 8, I've got 12, 14, and technically those 14, so that's about 18 cards available for the early game just to keep my opponent back long enough. A blocker, a little bit of damage, and a little bit of exile for creatures, just get rid of them. And also a little time twist here and there just in case I need to block the Dragon Rider. Just while I'm getting my mana out. The mana base is fairly obvious. I just use these enter tapped unless such and such. Enter tapped unless such and such. And main board those, yeah. We only really splash a little bit of black for Bolas. So it's a splash of black. So I've got 1 actual swamp and 2 dual lands. And yeah, what more do I need to say about it? It's been a fun experience. I'm going to play it a little bit to work my way through ranked and see how it fares in ranked. Because one player, 1 match doesn't necessarily show us its true worth. So tune in a future episode for some more about the Dragon's Fire deck. And we will see if I can get from Bronze Tier 3 constructed this season with 20 days remaining to Bronze Tier 2 maybe with Dragon's Fire deck. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you
Do not get in my way.
in the next episode.